Welcome to Cozy Bedtime Stories. Are you ready to immerse yourself for the magic that's about to unfold? Let's dive straight into this magical story of Clara. The Enchanted Tea Shop. Chapter 1. The Curious Invitation. Nestled in the cobblestone streets of the quaint town of Amberry was a little tea shop known as the Enchanted Kettle. It was tucked between a bookstore and an antique shop, its window adorned with shimmering tea sets that seemed to sparkle even on the dullest days. Locals whispered about the place, claiming it was no ordinary tea shop. One crisp autumn evening, a young woman named Clara found a letter slipped under her door. It was an invitation, written in delicate script. Dear Clara, you are cordially invited to the Enchanted Kettle at the stroke of twilight. Bring nothing but an open heart and a curious mind. Yours magically, Evelyn. Curiosity piqued, Clara donned her woolen scarf and set off toward the tea shop, her breath forming little clouds in the chilly air. Chapter 2. A Warm Welcome. As Clara stepped inside, a bell chimed softly. The shop was warm and inviting, filled with the aroma of spiced tea and cinnamon. Shelves lined with colorful jars reached the ceiling, and a crackling fireplace illuminated the cozy space. Behind the counter stood Evelyn, a kind-looking woman with silvery hair and eyes that twinkled like stars. She wore a flowing dress that seemed to shift colors, like autumn leaves in the wind. Welcome, Clara, Evelyn said, as if they had known each other forever. Please, have a seat. Your tea is almost ready. Clara hesitated but sat down at a round table draped with a velvet cloth. Before her was a teacup and saucer, both painted with delicate golden vines that shimmered faintly. Chapter 3. The First Sip. Evelyn placed a steaming pot of tea on the table and poured a fragrant golden liquid into Clara's cup. This is our specialty, Evelyn said. It's called Autumn's Dream. Take a sip, and let it guide you. Clara raised the cup to her lips, and the moment the tea touched her tongue, a warmth spread through her, filling her with a sense of calm she had never known. But then, something extraordinary happened. The room around her began to shimmer. The shelves of tea jars dissolved into a mist, and the walls seemed to stretch outward, revealing an endless expanse of autumnal forest bathed in golden light. Chapter 4. The Autumn Forest. Clara found herself standing among towering trees with leaves of fiery red, amber, and gold. A gentle breeze carried the scent of earth and cinnamon, and a soft glow seemed to emanate from every leaf. Evelyn appeared beside her, now dressed in a cloak that matched the forest's hues. This is where the tea comes from, she explained. The leaves are harvested from enchanted trees that grow only in this magical realm. Clara gazed around in awe. Why have you brought me here? She asked. To help you, Evelyn said. Everyone who visits the Enchanted Kettle has something weighing on their heart. This forest will reveal what you need to find peace. Chapter 5. The Whispering Leaves. As they walked through the forest, Clara heard faint whispers, as if the trees were speaking. She reached out to touch a low-hanging branch, and the moment her fingers brushed a golden leaf, a memory flooded her mind, Her childhood home, her late grandmother's laugh, and the aroma of apple pie baking in the oven. Tears welled in Clara's eyes. "I miss her so much," she whispered. Evelyn placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. "The forest knows what you carry in your heart. It's showing you that she's still with you, in every memory, every scent, every moment of warmth you feel." Chapter 6. The Golden Stream. They came to a sparkling stream that wound its way through the forest. Its waters glowed with a golden light, and Clara felt an inexplicable urge to kneel by the edge. "Drink," Evelyn said. Clara scooped up a handful of the glowing water and sipped. It was sweet and cool, and as it flowed through her, she felt a deep sense of clarity. She saw her grandmother's face again, smiling and radiant. But this time, instead of sadness, Clara felt gratitude. "You are ready to let go of the grief," Evelyn said gently. "But you'll never lose the love." Chapter 7. The Singing Stones. As they continued, they came across a circle of smooth, flat stones that seemed to hum with a soft melody. Evelyn gestured for Clara to sit on one. "These stones hold the wisdom of the forest," Evelyn explained. "Listen closely, and they will sing you a truth you need to hear." Clara closed her eyes and listened. The melody grew louder, and words formed in her mind. "The path forward is not behind you. Trust yourself and step boldly into the future." The words filled Clara with a newfound confidence, as if the forest itself believed in her. Chapter 8. The Lantern of Light. As night began to fall, Evelyn handed Clara a lantern that glowed with a soft, golden light. "This will guide you back to the tea shop," Evelyn said. "But first, you must make a wish." Clara held the lantern close and closed her eyes. She thought about her grandmother, her dreams, and the life she wanted to build. "I wish to honor her by living fully, without fear or hesitation," she whispered. The lantern glowed brighter, as if acknowledging her wish. Chapter 9. The Return. With the lantern lighting her way, Clara found herself back at the round table in the enchanted kettle. The forest had vanished, but the warmth and peace she felt remained. Evelyn smiled at her. "How do you feel?" "Lighter," Clara said. "And ready." "Thank you." Evelyn poured her another cup of tea. "The door to the forest is always open to you. Whenever you need it, just let the tea guide you." Chapter 10. A New Dawn. The next morning, Clara woke with a sense of purpose she hadn't felt in years. She brewed herself a cup of tea and gazed out the window, watching the autumn leaves dance in the wind. The memories of the enchanted forest stayed with her, not just as a dream, but as a reminder of the magic that existed within and around her. And every so often, she returned to the enchanted kettle, not to escape, but to reconnect with the part of herself that had been reignited in the forest. The world was full of magic, she realized, as long as one was willing to see it.